All right, welcome to the CoVis Codex, the show that wants to know who you are, not so much what you do, but starts off by asking, who are you and what do you do?
Who am I? What do I do? I'm Michael Struthers. I work as a recruiting manager at Flywheel, so I help out with hiring, the whole onboarding process. I help out with recruiting, and then there's some employee retention stuff around that as well. So.
Fantastic. All right, I'm going to ask you a whole bunch of questions to try and figure out, what kind of a person you are and whether or not you're a likable human being. So the first question is, where did you grow up?
Where did I grow up? I grew up in Louisville, Nebraska.
Is that Louisville?
That's a great question. So people down south will call it Louisville, but people in Louisville, Nebraska, get pretty mad when you call it Louisville. It's just silly. There are other syllables in there.
Right. Okay, so Louisville.
Louisville.
Right. What high school did you go to? Did you guys have high schools?
So we had a K through 12 high school, so all the way kindergarten, all the way up to high school in one building, connected by, I'm pretty sure, the state's longest hallway. So every year, you get closer and closer to the other end of the building,
right.
The further up you went in grades. So
that's insane.
It was a town of about 2,000 people, graduating class of 32. Growing up, there were still city trucks that said Village of Louisville on it. So we became a city, and it was a big deal.
Wow.
So
small town. All right. Outside of your parents, who has been the most influential person in your life, or people?
Most influential person. So growing up, I knew this guy. He's a really cool dude. His name was David Conrad, and he was 2 or 3 grades older than me. Just a really smart individual who challenged me consistently with different ways of thinking about life and about people and about God and religion. He was just a really influential person. I keep in contact with him to this day. He's doing some really cool stuff and visited Omaha a few times. I've been trying to introduce him to my Omaha friends. So
awesome. Wow. It's good that you still keep in touch. Who has been the most influential person in your life is what I asked you just a second ago. Now I'm just going to ask you, what's the best concert you've ever been to?
Best concert I ever went to? It was a band that played at The Rock. It's a small venue in Papillion. It's called The Spill Canvas.
Spill Canvas?
The Spill Canvas.
What kind of music is that?
Really poppy music, consistent with the early 2000s. A little bit of punk in there. It was a really fun concert. The reason it was fun, my friend Frank and I got in my car, my 1989 Buick, just a boat of a car, and it was like a blizzard out, and we're in Louisville, where I grew up, and we drove all the way from Louisville to Papillion, which is like a 40-minute drive to get to the concert.
In a blizzard.
Uphill
both ways.
Uphill both ways. So getting there was a challenge, and I probably shouldn't have been driving as young and inexperienced of a driver as I was, but we made it to the concert. They're like, the band's already here, we're not canceling. And we just, it was so much fun because there weren't a ton of people there, but the people that were there really wanted to be there. Right, and so you didn't get the people that were just standing or sitting the whole time. It was awesome. It was a really fun concert. And the band hung out with the crowd afterwards. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
I've still got their t-shirt. So.
All right, so what's your favorite band?
My favorite band. So can I tell you a guilty pleasure?
Please.
So I love girly pop music. I love singing girly pop music in the car. And so if you're
what is girly pop music?
Girly
is that
pop
like
music,
Carly Rae?
That's Callie Rae Jessop, and you'd be talking about Katy Perry and Lady Gaga and maybe some Rihanna in there, Ariana Grande, Lil Miley, the whole gambit.
So they're all your favorite.
So if you were to define my favorite by what I sing the most in my car, it would be Katy Perry. That would be
Can you sing us a Katy Perry song?
So we're not in my car, so
Let's pretend.
So if
Let
we
me just
like,
click on my seatbelt.
I can't. Her halftime show is amazing, as you might have watched the nationally streamed event
for the World Series, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
She was riding the Reading Rainbow.
Right.
There's a whole shark scene.
No, it's the More You Know star
right.
that she was on. Cool.
Yeah.
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
Awesome. What is the scariest thing you've ever done? Intentionally.
It was when I was a kid. So I grew up in Louisville, but I actually grew up 5 miles out of town, 5 miles down a gravel road on a summer camp grounds. My parents were the caretakers of, and it was about 14 acres of land, and it was an old military base that people decided it would be great to turn this into a summer camp, and
of course.
We'll leave the barbed wire, because why not?
Kids love barbed wire.
Kids love barbed wire. So it's like this base surrounded by pine trees in the middle of a cornfield. That eminent domain thing where they came in and took farmers' land and put their base there back in the 60s. So me and my brother had a lot of free reign of whatever we wanted to do. Like, my parents obviously knew we weren't going to go anywhere. We were barbed wired.
Right.
So we had a lot of adventures, just exploring and getting into trouble and, shooting each other with paintball guns and, the forest area. One of the most dangerous things we ever did, though, we took, there's lots of hills there, too, and where they would, the whole bunkers. I don't know why there was a hill there. We got a picnic table and put it at the bottom of the hill and got a piece of particle board and put it up as a ramp on top of there. And I convinced my brother to try it out first and go down the hill and hit the particle board and ramp up the picnic table, because we were playing a lot of Tony Hawk, right? That was what he did. The thing that I didn't think about was the landing part of it. So the ramping part, solid, worked awesome.
Yeah.
The landing part wasn't as figured out, but that's why I had my brother try it first, because I didn't know what was going to happen. So then he got a little injured and kind of fell over a bit, and I said, "Oh, hey, I can fix that." So we put another piece of particle board on the other side of the picnic table, and he wasn't willing to try it out yet. Again, we're silly James. So I sent the bicycle down the hill by itself, and it was pretty balanced, and it hit the ramp perfectly and landed on the back ramp perfectly, and then I was okay to try seeing that.
Sure, it worked.
So we did that for the rest of the afternoon, and I got a little adventurous, and cameras were kind of a cool thing then, film and all that. And I actually laid on the seat of the picnic table while my brother ramped in and was
oh, geez,
trying to take his picture. So there were many dangerous things that I did intentionally that were pretty silly as a child.
That's crazy. I'm gonna just skip ahead to this question since we're talking about this. Have you ever broken any bones or had stitches?
So I did. I broke a bone when I was 4. I think I was 4.
When your brother ran you over?
No. My aunt's a couple years older than me, and so we played together as kids and stuff. And she was picking me up and carrying me around. I don't know. Maybe I was 2 or 3. Around that. I think it was 2. It was 2. And she was picking me up, carrying me around, and so being a very ambitious 2-year-old, I tried to pick her up and carry her around. That it didn't go very far. I mostly managed to try and pick her up, and she lost her balance and fell on my leg and broke my leg as a 2-year-old. While on the way to the hospital, this is a really faint, vague memory. That I almost choked on lemon drops on the way to the hospital.
For a broken leg.
Yeah, because they were in my mom's glove box. She was trying to distract me because my leg was broken. She was eat some candy. I was just swallowing lemon drops whole. So that wasn't. I almost died on the way to the hospital.
Wow.
So, yeah,
that's intense.
That was broken bone.
No stitches?
There was a time where I fell as a kid, I'm told, and I hit my head on the side of a toilet and should have gotten stitches, but my aunt was watching me, and
electrical tape.
An older aunt, and she was babysitting and didn't take me to the hospital. So, I was fine.
Okay.
Just got a little scar on my head. It's fine.
I can't remember a lot of things, but I'm fine. If you could go back in time and change one thing, what would it be? It doesn't necessarily have to be one thing about yourself. It could be like
history.
Just anything.
Anything that I could change. I would have tried to save the dinosaurs. That's what I would have wanted to change.
You would save the dinosaurs?
I would have tried to save the dinosaurs.
Do you know how hard it would be to navigate through traffic if there were still dinosaurs?
I mean, I get it, but, like, we don't have a problem with bears right now, like, getting through traffic, so, like, we'd just probably put them in a zoo.
Like a Jurassic Park of some sort?
Yeah. So, like, it's probably, like, time theory, like, trying to save them, like, the Grim Reaper always gets, his due, so he'd probably end up killing them again somehow. They'd go extinct again.
They would die of, like, the common cold or something.
Right.
Yeah. All right. That's interesting. I'm trying to, like, figure out how you would stop them from, like...
Well, like, do we really know how they went extinct? Was it a big comet?
Yeah.
Like, is that the agreed upon thing?
Blocked out the sun, and Superman flew around the Earth.
So he tried.
Yeah.
Already to save them.
I think.
So I don't know if
I may be getting my stories confused. I'm not sure. What is one surprising thing about you?
One surprising thing.
Besides that you love Katy Perry.
That's my biggest surprise, honestly. A lot of people are shocked to find out that I'm only 25.
You're only 25?
So that surprises
it's
people.
It's the beard. The beard makes you look a little older.
And
the lumberjack shirts.
And wearing flannel a lot. And yeah, that's the thing. So.
All right. What is your favorite movie and or favorite book?
Favorite movie, favorite book. I really like Inception. I love how it was so well. It was done so well. Really loved the movie. I like mind movies a lot. That like you try and guess the ending and you try and like figure things out, and I like thinking through that. The suspense about it. It's really exciting. Favorite book. I enjoy reading a lot, so it's hard picking a few. I'll tell you what I'm reading right now. I'm reading. It's called Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance.
Oh yeah.
So I'm really big into that book right now.
It's a good book.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun reading that.
So do you read mostly fiction or nonfiction?
It's a mix of both. I really love the sci-fi genres, and like I was obsessed with Harry Potter as a kid. My parents didn't really want me reading Harry Potter because of the whole like magic thing and like not being able to discern like reality from fantasy and all that. But I got an in with the librarian, and she would check them out to me at school, and I'd hide them in my backpack and read them through the night.
Nice.
So.
Nice. Just got that poor lady fired.
Yeah. Sorry, Miss Kosha.
If you could instantly master a new skill, what would it be?
I want to be good at throwing things.
Like tantrums?
Like on target. Like really accurate. I would love to have like a really good aim.
Like throwing knives?
Yeah, like throwing knives or like hitting targets, with anything. Kind of like Daredevil. I think that's cool.
The superhero?
No, that's not. Daredevil doesn't do that. One of the bad guys he fights did that.
Bullseye?
Bullseye. I would love to have that. That would be a skill that I would love to master.
Have you ever tried throwing knives or ninja stars? Or?
I have, and destroyed my childhood door. So I didn't get very far. Another skill that I would love to master is the harmonica. I'd love to master harmonica.
You play the harmonica?
I own a harmonica. I own several harmonicas. That was kind of a failed dream of mine of learning the harmonica. I was set time aside and like practiced, and one day while practicing, I hear my wife yell from across our apartment and said, "Do you really have to keep playing the same notes over and over and over?" I'm practicing, and that was the end of my harmonica career. So. Was
that Piano Man?
It was, actually. So that today is the only song that I know because I played it over and over and over.
So I know the answer to the next question, but I'm going to ask it anyways.
All right.
They don't.
They don't.
Do you karaoke?
I do. I karaoke hard. I love karaoke.
What is your go-to song? Is it Piano Man?
It's not Piano Man, although I would love to try it and then break out my hidden harmonica on my keys and just go crazy. But my go-to song is I Believe in a Thing Called Love by The Darkness.
It's a pretty high song.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
Okay. If you could be known for one thing, what would it be?
I just want to be like a genuine person. I want people to think like, oh yeah, like he means what he says and tries to, do everything that the commitments that he makes, tries to fulfill them, and like I don't want to be like a shady person. So, okay. I want to be like a genuine dude.
Well, you're not. I mean, I think you're very shady, personally. No, I'm just kidding. That's a good thing to. I was thinking like throwing stars or throwing knives or something. I mean,
that would be my hidden talent. So, could have some hidden talents.
Right. Well, I thought the harmonica was your hidden talent.
Yeah.
Now you're throwing stars too. And
well, like if you have ninja skills, like you don't really tell people you're a ninja.
That's true.
So
that's true. It's an ultra hidden talent.
Yeah, it's Inception. It goes deeper. You got to go another level.
There you go. It's all coming back. What is your favorite party game? It could be a board game, a card game, a drinking game, whatever.
Party game. I usually have a really fun time while drinking and playing Cards Against Humanity.
Cards Against Humanity is great.
Yeah.
That's like the first thing I thought of when I asked you the question, because I just bought Cards Against Humanity.
Have you played it yet?
Yeah. No, yeah. I played it a few weeks ago. That's why I bought it.
That's outrageous.
I thought it was awesome. It was a great time.
Yeah.
Very offensive game.
Card game for terrible people.
Yes. Exactly. It's a good game.
Good for when you're drinking.
Yes.
Great.
Or if you're not drinking. Well, it's good either way.
Like 10 a.m. on a Sunday probably wouldn't be a fun time to play Cards Against Humanity.
I disagree. It's a perfect brunch game.
Invite your mom and your grandma.
Exactly.
Have some brunch.
Get some honest conversations
some
going.
French toast and omelets and, terrible, inappropriate words.
That's so great. I should totally do that. How would your friends describe you?
My friends would describe me. They'd probably make fun of me. I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't know.
Would they say you're genuine?
I would hope so. I mean, you can't like put words in their mouth, so you might have to interview them separately, and with a lie detector test. I don't know. I would hope they say that I'm a genuine person. I would hope they say that they could count on me for things if they ever needed anything. I'm more than willing to help out in whatever way that I could. I would hope they would say I'm a good listener. I've been working on being a better listener recently. I find that I interrupt people accidentally and try and dial that back a bit. So
it's a good thing to change, especially if you're married.
Yeah. Yeah.
How would your enemies describe you?
My enemies.
This is a good question because, it makes you think about the bad
Swift
things.
justice and vengeance.
Justice.
Yeah.
Like some kind of hero or villain.
Yeah.
Yep. Swift. What does that mean?
I don't know. It sounded really cool.
You're just quick to make a decision, or what? What is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Merciful.
Merciful. Your enemies would say you're merciful.
Yeah. Just like
all right.
No, that's not true.
Do you have enemies?
No.
No enemies. That's why you can't answer this. It's just like, everyone loves me. I don't know what enemies...
The guy that cuts me off on the road would probably be the closest I have to an enemy.
Right.
And I just yell at him for a little bit. And
he doesn't know.
It's fine.
All right. So if you had to pick a new name for yourself, there's something going around. There's a new law that says you can only have one name per person. So there's another Michael Struthers somewhere else.
There is. I added him on Facebook.
Yeah, see, so you've got to pick a new name. What would it be?
Raptor. I would love my name to be Raptor.
Raptor Struthers?
Yeah. I'd totally be in.
That would be tied to your swift justice.
Yeah. Right. Back to my dinosaurs.
That's your Twitter handle, too.
It is.
Is it Raptor Struthers?
At Raptor Struthers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you've already...
I've already planned it.
You picked it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just pre-planning for government decisions.
Yeah. It's good to think ahead. Okay, last question. Is there anything you'd like to pitch?
I would love to pitch for all you listeners out there, the Omaha Ruby Group. We're on meetup.com. Check us out. We meet twice monthly. One time a month we have a workshop night where people get to work on projects together. We've got some really cool stuff that my friend Zach McKenzie's got set up. All skill levels, beginner, intermediate, advanced. They're working on real projects and learning cool stuff. So if you don't have time, to go to code school or money or whatever like that, you can really get some solid experience coming to the Ruby user group, and you can find a mentor. We've got a good mentor program set up. Mostly, I'll ask somebody to help you, and if you're embarrassed to help, you're embarrassed to ask somebody else for help, I'll ask them for you, and then put you in contact with them. And then the other night a week that we meet, we have a lightning talks set up where we get really good speakers come in, share what they're working on, share new things. We just talked about the differences in Rails 2 or Rails 4.2 that came out. So we've got a lot of good content. We put some work into it, and there's free pizza and beer. So
cool.
Come one, come all.
Sounds fun. Well, thank you, Raptor Struthers, for being on this show.
Thanks.
And
thanks for having me.
Everyone. Oh, my pleasure. And thanks, everyone, for watching and listening.
Signing off.
Goodbye.
Stay classy, San Diego.
Thanks for watching the CoVis Codex. I'm SkidVis, and I hope you enjoy watching this show as much as I enjoy making it. If you'd like to see more episodes like this, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and help spread the word by liking and sharing on Twitter and Facebook. Also, I'm always looking for new questions and guest ideas, so please feel free to post your suggestions in the comment section. Thanks again. Peace out.